Welcome back friends. In the previous lecture we have talked about lossless line and distortionless line. Certain conclusions were made and we were on this particular slide for the discussion. So let's discuss this slide once again for a general case. Now we already know in the general case we know the equation for gamma. What is gamma equation? Gamma is given by under root of zy. Under root of zy. So this is equation for gamma. Gamma equal to under root of zy. What is capital Z? Capital Z is R plus j omega L. This is the term, and capital Y G plus j omega C. So if this is the case, if we put the value of gamma, gamma can also be written as it is alpha plus j beta. So we have certain equation for alpha, we have certain equation for beta. So this is generalized case. Along with that, a characteristic impedance Z0, Z0 is given by what? Is equal to under root of Z by Y. Certain numericals also we have solved depending on this. So under root of Z by Y, what is Z? R plus j omega L, and what is Y? G plus j omega C. So already we know the equation for gamma, equation for Z0. So if I want to find a case 1 for the lossless case, if I put R equal to 0, G equal to 0, that was a condition, we will get J equal to J square. So J square is minus 1, we will get this plus j omega under root LC. So we are getting for a lossless line gamma value as 0 plus j omega under root LC. So this is equivalent to alpha and this equivalent to beta. So alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to omega under root LC, because this j is common, because if I want to write gamma, it should be alpha plus j beta. So if I compare this right hand side equation, beta is equal to omega root LC, and if I try to calculate Z0, which is now become a real entity, I can represent it directly with the R0. So R0 is equal to under root of L by C plus J0. So we don't have any imaginary part for characteristic impedance, and that's why instead of representing with the impedance Z0, I am representing directly it with the resistance R0. Similar case for case 2 for the distortionless line. If I need to calculate, this is case 2. For a distortionless line, we know that alpha is independent of the frequency, whereas beta is linear function of the frequency or linearly dependent on the frequency. So alpha is not 0 in case of a distortionless line. There should be certain attenuation in the signal. So if I just compare once again alpha plus j beta, so what I will get? So for alpha I am getting under root of Rg as alpha term, and for beta I am getting omega root LC. This was the same equation which we have talked about earlier also. So this omega under root LC for the beta and omega under root LC for beta remains same for the cases of lossless and distortionless line, but only change is in this alpha equation. So alpha is equal to under root Rg and beta is equal to omega root LC. Similarly, if I want to write R0, R0 will become once again a real entity which is independent of this imaginary part. So under root of LC, which can also be written as, since L by C equal to R by G, it will become under root of R by G. So if either of these conditions are known, primary constant, if I calculate R0 and gamma for lossless line as well as distortionless line. Let's talk about first numerical depending on this. So an air has a characteristic impedance of 70 ohm, this is not 5, 70 ohm, and a phase constant of 3 radians per meter at 100 megahertz. Calculate the inductance per meter and capacitance per meter of the line. So what is given? We know the characteristic impedance, that is Z0 is known to me, first thing, and phase constant, that is beta, is known to me, yes or no, at 100 megahertz. So frequency is known to me. Calculate the inductance per meter. L is asked and C is asked. So L is equal to how much and C is equal to how much, that we need to calculate. First of all, try to understand. We can consider air as a lossless medium, since conductivity is almost 0. In the air, conductivity is 0, we can consider, that's why we can consider this as a lossless medium. If it has to be lossless, R equal to 0, G equal to 0, already we know that thing. That's why in the numerical we don't ask the value of R and G, it's already 0. So if that is so, we know this is a case of lossless line, and for a lossless line alpha become equal to 0. If alpha is equal to 0, that means this is the case of lossless line, and Z0 equal to Z0 equal to R0 equal to under root of L by C. Okay, so this Z0 I know. What is Z0? 70 ohm. So 70 ohm is equal to under root of L by C. Value of beta I know, it is 3 radians per meter, is equal to omega 2 pi f. You can calculate, f frequency is known to me, under root LC. Either you can multiply this equation once, divide this equation once, you will get the values of L and C, or by after multiplication either you will get the value of L and C, put that value in either of these equations to get the final answer. So let's solve this. So R naught upon beta, I have divided this equation, I will get this in terms of 1 upon omega C. R naught I know, beta I know, so C will become equal to what? C will become equal to beta divided by omega R naught. See, this omega will come to this numerator because I need to calculate this C. So omega will come to the denominator while calculation of this C. So beta divided by omega R naught, put that value. So I got the value of capacitance as 68.2 picofarad per meter. Similarly, either I can put the value of capacitance in any of these equations, equation 1 or 2, to get the value of C, or you can divide those equations and you will get the value of inductance as 334.2 nanohenry per meter. So this is another type of numerical which can be asked in the examination, where instead of giving you the generalized transmission line, a lossless transmission line or a distortionless transmission line will be given and you should be able to find the values of the primary constant. Here also, if you can observe, the secondary constants are given. Z0 is given, beta is given, that is some values of the gamma, alpha plus j beta. So beta is given, so secondary constants are given and primary constants are asked. So this is also come under the type 2 problem, variety of a type 2 problem, but only case is that this way, instead of asking it directly, it is a lossless, so you need to consider this. Okay, so in the next numerical we will see a distortionless line. So it is given in the numerical itself. So this is the next numerical, I am just putting a plus sign. Distortionless line has Z0 equal to 60 ohm. Once again, characteristic impedance is given, alpha is known to me, velocity V is equal to 0.6 C, C is the velocity of light in air, it is already given. Find RLGC and lambda at 100 megahertz. So what is given, once again, it is a type 2 problem where secondary constants are given and primary constants are asked. Frequency is known to me, velocity V is known to me, alpha is given, Z0 is given. So we already know the condition for distortionless line is LG equal to RC or RC equal to LG, and you can put the value of G equal to RC upon L. Now we already know what is the value of alpha for a distortionless line. Alpha is equal to under root of RG. Can I put the value of G here from this particular equation, RC upon L? So if I put here, I will get R divided by under root of C by L, but root of C by L is inverse of Z0 because Z0 is under root LC. So root of C by L, it's a converse of this R upon Z0. So I can calculate alpha is already given, so I can calculate R. Z0 is known to me, alpha is known to me, I can calculate R. Similarly, velocity equation is omega upon beta is equal to 1 upon under root LC. Put the values of those equations and try to get the answer. Okay, see, equations are in front of you, you are just supposed to play with those equations to get to the final answer, and you will get the final value of R as alpha Z0. You will get this as 1.2 ohm per meter. Similarly, if I want to calculate L, so it will become Z0 upon U. Z0 is known to me, velocity is known to me, and finally I will get 333 nanohenry per meter. Similarly for G, alpha square upon R. So once again, these are not the direct expressions, these expressions I have got just by putting these basic equations and the conditions for the distortionless line. You can just go through it and try to get the values of R, L, G, C. You are good at it, and you just need to make certain simplifications to get to the final conclusion. And C is equal to 1 upon mu Z0. So you will get this because mu Z0 equal to 1 by C, therefore C will become 1 upon mu Z0. U Z0, this U is nothing but a velocity, this is 0.6, C means 3 into 10 raised to 8, the Z0 is 60, you will get this as 92.59 picofarad per meter, and lambda equal to U by F, where velocity is given in terms of U, 0.6 into 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 10 raised to 8, this 10 raised to 8, 10 raised to 8 cancel, and you will get 1.8 meter. So all values are calculated depending on that. So this is another type 2 problem where a lossless line is given and distortionless line is given. So try to go through those numericals once again, because this type of numerical can also be asked in an examination if examiner wish to. Okay, so we'll complete this phase of distortionless line, lossless line, and we have completed the numericals also based on it. So thank you very much and happy learning.